Harold, say hi, Joey only.
Hi, Joey.
Harold, say hi, Joey only. Say hi, Joey only. Say hi, Joey only. Say hi, Joey only. I'm Frankie. Don't you listen to Comedeorological weather report every Thursday night? I'll say hi, Joey only.
Hi, Joey.
Hi, Joey only.
Hi, Joey Oli.
I'm Frankie. Don't you listen to Comedeorological weather report every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic. It airs on Joey Only Caribou Weather YouTube channel on Friday evenings. Joey Only's a really nice man. It's on CFUR 88.7 FM in Prince Georgia, CKUW 95.9 FM and CFBX 92.5 FM in Caleb is on Rogers TV in Vancouver Island. And Joey Only used to work for Vancouver Giants Western Hockey League team. He's a big fan of Prince George Cougars. I'm on Joey Only Show alongside with Ivica Cookie Bailey, Brandon Helk, the weatherman from Alberta, Joe Stover, and all those guys, and Hilding Donaldson and Grassy Plains of Interior British Columbia. Joey Only's a really nice guy. I'm on his podcast every Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic. I'm on Joey Only Show, and today's Space Guy Show's 50th birthday. Today's Space Guy's 50th birthday. Happy birthday, 50th birthday to Base Guy Show. Base Guy's a really nice guy. I'm on his podcast every Friday night. Jack Casey, a.k.a. Base Guy Show, who lives in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I'm on Base Guy Show every Friday night as well. And Joey Only's a really nice man. And best luck to you. I'm Frankie. You're listening to Joey Only Show every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic. Joey Only records me on Thursday nights, and it's on the air. I can't remember whether to do Joey Only on every Friday. Say hi, Joey Only.
Hi, Joey.
Well, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather we got. Wait a minute. Well, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather, whether or not. There it is.
Hello, Prince George. Listeners at C4 88.7 FM. Hello, listeners at CKUW 95.9 FM in Winnipeg. Hello, listeners at CFBX 92.5 in Kamloops. Hello, all you television watchers from Rogers television outlets in Vancouver Island. This is the Comedeorological Report. Comedy plus meteorology equals Comedeorology. It's your show about how much the weather sucks. And with me here is a whole panel of comedeorologists. Comedy plus meteorology equals Comedeorology. A whole panel of comedeorologists, comedians, meteorologists, storm chasers, and weather weirdos on the show once again to talk about all your big weather stories across Canada and beyond. I am your host, Joey Only, up here in Wells, British Columbia, and I am joined tonight with a full panel of people. No special guest, just all the special guests, and that's the regular panel. I love having shows like this. We got everybody. We got Hank Vliestra, storm chaser out there in Wilkie, Saskatchewan. We got Imogen the Alien, producer of the show for television version down there in Victoria, BC. We got Karen Richards, moderator of Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers group on Facebook with myself. She's in Prince George. Frankie McDonald, the world's famous weatherman. He's updating his computer right now. Every computer in the whole wide world, right, Frankie?
Yeah, it's updating the computer.
So we'll have his weather report for you in just a minute's time. Hilding Donaldson, the cowboy up here in Grassy Plains, British Columbia, is with us as well. We got meteorologist Mark Ingalls down there in Surrey, and Brandon
Main
Houck.
computer's back online and changing the computer.
There we go. And we got Brandon Houck, the radio weatherman and morning guy there in Brooks, Alberta. He's one of the longtime members of this show. Frankie is almost back with us.
I'm here.
Frankie McDonald, how you doing so far, buddy?
I'm doing great so far. Then I just updated the computer and things are great so far. And I'm having a great day so far.
Are you having a great day so far? Frankie, there's weather warnings and things like that in Nova Scotia right now.
Yeah, in British Columbia this weekend.
Maybe you in Sydney, Nova Scotia there could be seeing 40 to 70 millimeters of rain. Is that so?
What about Vancouver?
It's going to be very windy in Vancouver, Frankie.
It's going to be a lot of rain in Vancouver, Victoria.
I don't think we'll have this.
They had a typhoon in Bangladesh.
They did, and there's a Category 5 hurricane right now in the Pacific Ocean. It's not going to harm anybody. It's what Brandon calls a fish storm.
Rain wind event. It's going to be 50 millimeters of rain Friday night, 15 to 20 millimeters of rain Saturday, another 15 millimeters of rain on Sunday, and 2 to 4 millimeters of rain Monday, 10 millimeters of rain Tuesday. There's going to be a superstorm in Sydney, Nova Scotia, first full week in November.
Who has the worst weather in the world, Frankie?
Bangladesh, because the cyclone in the Philippines had intensive flooding.
Be prepared!
And the weather all across North America, winds Supposed to be a lot of rain all across Sydney, Nova Scotia, and St. John's, Newfoundland. It's going to bring snow in Quebec on Sunday. In northern Quebec and northern Ontario, then they got a lot of rain in Vancouver, British Columbia. Supposed to be severe weather outbreak in central United States the day before Halloween. It's going to bring a lot of severe thunderstorms Wednesday evening and Thursday in Wisconsin and Ontario and all those places. It's going to bring lots of tornadoes and severe weather and hail and things like this, and upper across Iowa and parts of Missouri and Kansas, Oklahoma, and all those places. Texas is really warm. California is really warm too. Then they got really cold air heading for western United States and western Canada this weekend and next week as well. Then late next week, it's going to bring lots of snow up in the mountains of California and things like this. It's going to bring really summer-like temperatures up in Ontario on the day before Halloween. It's going to bring really hot temperatures in day before Halloween in Ontario, Toronto, really windy conditions of hot weather in Ontario, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana. Because the Bermuda High is going to develop off the east coast of the United States. It's going to bring really windy and hot weather in Missouri, Arkansas, and all those places. It's going to bring really cold weather in Utah and Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho later on in the next week as well. Lots of rain thunderstorms going on in Central America right now. There's another storm coming off the coast of Brazil and northern Argentina. It's going to bring a lot of rain all across southern Chile, coast areas, and a lot of snow up in the mountains in northern and southern Chile. It's really dry in northern Chile right now. Lots of rain thunderstorms going on in Mexico, parts of Mexico, Guatemala, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Honduras, Nigeria, and Panama. Lots of rain thunderstorms going on in places like Colombia, Venezuela, and Bolivia, Ecuador, and northern Peru. Up eastern Peru is getting a lot of rain. Western Peru is really dry, so is northern Chile is really dry. Amazon rainforest is getting into dry season. It's going to get a lot of rain in southern Brazil too. A lot of rain in Brazil right now. There's another storm in the United Kingdom right now. A lot of rain in parts of Ireland right now. France, Spain, Portugal. Then it's going to bring stormy weather up in Norway with rain in coast areas and snow up in the mountains in Norway later on next week. It's going to affect Sweden and Finland and all those places. Moscow, Russia is getting cold weather. And Belarus is getting cold weather. Poland's getting warm weather. So is Germany and Denmark and Netherlands and all those places in France. And this weekend coming up and around Tuesday and Wednesday next week is going to bring lots of hot weather in England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Ireland as well. And then it gets a rain off the coast of Morocco right now. In Libya, it's really dry right now in Egypt and parts of Algeria. They get some rain in the forecast in Algeria too. There's a typhoon heading towards Vietnam. Then sometime next week, it's supposed to be another typhoon may strike Taiwan. Late next week, possible. That's going to bring a whole lot of rain in Japan. May even reach Vancouver. It's really dry in South Korea right now. They got showers in the forecast in Vladivostok, Russia. Siberia is getting lots of snow right now. And southern Mongolia is getting remaining warm weather. And northern Mongolia is really cold right now. And it got some warm weather in China right now in dry conditions. And Bangladesh got missed this typhoon. And eastern India got hit by a typhoon instead. Lots of rain and thunderstorms going on in places like Philippines after the tropical storm. Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, Laos, and Thailand. Lots of rain and thunderstorms going on right now. In northern India, it's in the dry season now. Got little showers in the forecast. Lots of rain, lots of showers still in Sri Lanka. It's really dry in Pakistan. It was heavy rain in Afghanistan too. In Iran.
Oh, yeah.
Then you get heavy rain in Iran. And parts of Afghanistan and those places. And Saudi Arabia is getting some rain in the forecast Saturday and Sunday in parts of Saudi Arabia. It's getting rain on Saturday and Sunday, including parts of Ethiopia as well. There's still lots of some rain and thunderstorms in the forecast in parts of Nigeria and Ghana. They're entering a dry season next month, the end of next month. Congo and Botswana will be the rainy season then. It's really lots of rain and thunderstorms going on in Gabon, Congo, DR Congo, Uganda, and all those places. In Kenya, it's really dry right now. In South Africa, it's going to turn rainy on Monday in Cape Town, South Africa. Windy conditions in Cape Town, South Africa, because their summer starting on December 1st. In meteorological summer. Astronomical summer starts on December 21st in South Africa and Australia and New Zealand. Mozambique is gradually getting the rainy season. So Madagascar, Africa, is still some showers and thunderstorms forecast in parts of Mozambique and Madagascar, La Reunion and Mauritius Islands. Namibia is really dry right now in southern Angola. Davy in a rainy season soon, so is northern Australia. Hail going on in southeastern Australia. Then it gets a really dry weather in Sydney, Australia this weekend as well, and Perth, Australia. Weather in New Zealand is lots of rain and forecast in Northern South Island, New Zealand. And lots of rain in Auckland, New Zealand, and windy conditions including Gisborne, New Zealand, New Plymouth, New Zealand, Hamilton, Gisborne, Wellington, Nelson, Gracemont, Queenstown, New Zealand. And getting some snow up in the mountains in Christchurch, New Zealand, Dunedin, New Zealand, Invercargill, New Zealand. Days are getting shorter in southern hemisphere, in northern hemisphere. Days are getting longer in southern hemisphere. This weekend, England, Europe, and Egypt, time falls back. Time change, fall back. This weekend in Europe, in Egypt, and around November the 2nd and 3rd, North America has their daylight savings time ends. Europe does theirs this weekend, and North America does theirs next weekend. Egypt does theirs this weekend.
Well, in the United States, they're about to decide whether to go back 100 years or not.
Over in Europe, their time springs ahead this weekend. Their time falls back this weekend in Europe, in Egypt, in UK.
It's almost 24-hour sunlight in Antarctica, Frankie.
And where Mike Post is, he's coming home for Christmas. And did you hear about this? Mike Post, he's a scientist and he's a guy in Antarctica. And around November 18th and 19th, it'll be dark 24 hours a day in the Arctic.
Did you tell Mike Post about the colored lights that can change 16 million colors, Frankie?
I sent them that.
I think that was a really incredible bit. I really enjoyed that. Anybody on the panel got questions for Frank McDonald Jr.?
Yes,
Karen?
I have a question for Frankie. Frankie, how many hot dogs should I eat in the windstorm this weekend?
2 hot dogs.
2 hot dogs. All right.
That means
You know what?
Vancouver and Victoria is getting a lot of rain this weekend. I did the forecast for them.
I want to circle back to the hot dog thing. I really think that y'all can do more than 2. I think you got to try for 7.
I don't do 7 hot dogs. I ate 3 sometimes.
Look, Imogen. I weigh like 140 pounds. I don't need 7 hot dogs.
Okay, I weigh less than that substantially, and I can pack away 7 without even thinking about it.
Just because I can pack them away doesn't mean I should.
I weigh substantially
Disagree.
more than that, and I don't think I can eat more than 1 before I'm like, that's
Okay, now
enough.
are you talking standard
Right.
hot dogs? Or are y'all talking Smokies, like, or the Sevi ones, like the Sevi Mega Dogs, or what?
Actually,
We're talking
that's a good
the
point.
good beef franks.
That's a good
Okay,
point.
standard.
If I'm in Toronto and I'm like going to a Jays game, I'm walking down the street and I see the cart there with the street vendor hot dog. I could eat like 3 of those.
I'm in Niagara
Have you-
Falls right now, and I got a bar fridge full of hot dogs for a thing I'm doing tomorrow that has nothing to do with hot dogs. But
Keep that to yourself.
it's going to be on TV. You'll see it later. It's I'm filming for a TV show.
What?
So
Have
I
you
can
guys
handle
ever?
7 hot dogs? Y'all can handle, at least like 1 more.
Oh, I got it. You're doing the catering.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Y'all got to outdog me. Come on.
Have you ever had a Seattle dog? They have jalapenos and like onion and stuff. It's awesome. Cream cheese on a hot dog.
I have, not for a while, but I do tend to put cream cheese, or not cream cheese, jalapenos and banana peppers when I get them at Sevi. When I get like the mega dogs, they always have the 2-for-1s because no one eats them, so they're trying to get rid of them. And then I just fill the little cardboard boat they come in. I fill it up with so it turns into like a nacho cheese soup, or it's got like the chili and the nacho cheese, and the bun is just like, it's now a vehicle to ingest like this steel polish they call nacho cheese. Fun fact,
Nice.
Sevi nacho cheese is a good metal polish. Yeah,
That
give it
is
a
a
go.
fun fact. When you're done, you can lick it off.
We should not be eating it. It is a good metal polish, and it cannot do good things to our insides. But on a Sevi dog, it is a wonderful accessory. So, yeah. Pro tip.
So, any more questions for Frankie?
What is the largest size shark that can swim upstream?
Yes.
How big can a shark be to go upstream? Like, what's the biggest
Pretty
shark?
big.
She's asking.
Good answer.
I guess it depends on the definition of a stream, right? It's like, well, a pretty big shark could go up a river, and a lot of rivers are big, but a stream, what's a stream? What's a stream, Frankie?
A
How big
stream
is it?
means the water goes different directions.
And it can eat a lot of hot dogs.
And
Right?
things like this.
It's a dog
That
shark.
means the sharks can eat. The sharks don't eat people. When the shark tries to bite the person, the shark gets really sick.
You have to
Then
be,
the shark eventually dies after shark tries to bite the person. Then the shark dies.
Okay, that's only if
Sometimes,
that
I guess,
person
eh?
lives off of 7 dogs. That is your immunization against being eaten by a shark. Is you got to eat a lot of 7-Eleven hot dogs. The sharks will smell it on you, and they won't eat you because they'll get sick and die.
Or they put some kind of thing on there all over the body and make it so the sharks can go away. It's like a shark repellent.
That's right. Sevi nacho cheese is a good shark repellent. So if you're going into the beach in shark-infested areas, stock up on 7-Eleven nacho cheese. It will keep the sharks away.
The sharks will go the other way, and that means the dog barks when the shark comes to the shore.
Right? Okay,
Wants to
listen to
hear-
Frankie. He knows what's up.
Wants to hear a dog bark, that means the shark comes.
I don't
Dogs
want a
in the
gnocchi
back.
dog. I don't want a gnocchi
Dog,
dog. I'm hungry. I want to eat a gnocchi dog. Sorry,
Dog
cut
knows
there.
before lifeguards.
So we
Dogs
also got
knows
Mike
more
McGregor
than
showing
sharks.
up now from Manitoba.
What
So
the
we got
heck?
the whole cast coming on. Any other questions for Frankie? If not, we're going to move on to Brandon because we got a lot of people here to get through here. Frankie McDonald, you're the best. We got Frankie McDonald videos, and one of my favorite Frankie McDonald videos of every year is facts about Halloween. That's coming up later on the show, everybody. Brandon Hauk, the Brandon Hauk Report.
That was brilliant. Holy moly.
The Brandon Hauk Report.
Oh, hi. This is the Brandon Hauk Report.
I gotta find a
All
different
right.
way to say it every week.
Yes. Every week you'll find a different way. Oh yes. There's all kinds of ways to introduce the Brandon Hauk Report. That's right. All right. So, yeah, weather for last week. Well, we've had a little bit of summer, we've had a little fall, we've had a little winter. All right. So, over the weekend, we got up to like 21, 22 degrees. I was in shorts, I was outside in a t-shirt, minding my own business. And then this little system that rolled out of BC, I decided to roll in on into Monday and drop its cold front down from the northwest. And that little cold front will drop the temperature. So on Monday, now this is the fun part here. Monday was a fun day. So Monday, we had our daytime high of 19 degrees. That was at 2 a.m. Monday morning. And by the afternoon, midday, the temperature fell to 2. So basically, almost pretty close to a 20-degree drop in just a couple of hours. And then we got some precipitation started rolling in around at lunchtime there Monday, and we got a heavy pocket of snow that rolled through the area. And we picked up an easy 8 to 10 centimeters of snow on Monday with temperatures right around the freezing mark there. So, yeah, that got a little wild. While other areas to the north of us barely got anything. Areas to the south of us barely got anything here in the county of Newell and Brooks area there. So, yeah, we took on the bullseye, and we just got rid of all that snow today. So it took a couple of days. While other areas in the southern part of the province, they warmed up easily after right into Tuesday. We kind of stuck in this little bit of inversion there, a little bit of mist and stratus clouds on Tuesday. So the Tuesday temperature stayed at 0 all day, and then we eventually yesterday popped up to 10, and then today we got up to 10 again, and we melted all the snow. Now, as we go into the weekend...
What about other place, Bangladesh?
Oh, yes,
India.
Bangladesh. They've got that cyclone moving into India, Bangladesh there. And then I believe there's the other storm that's called Trami that rolled into the Philippines with major flooding as well. And then we got Christie out in the Pacific Ocean, a pretty powerful Category 5 at this hour. So that's the latest on the
They had an
tropics.
earthquake in Grand Prairie, Alberta.
Yes, I was going to get to that right away. Yes. we just this afternoon we had an earthquake in Grand Prairie, just south of Grand Prairie, about 30 kilometers south of Grand Prairie, registered a 4.6 magnitude there. As of I think it was 3 o'clock this afternoon, but the alert went out just an hour ago, and everybody's freaking out. Oh,
Sounds like a
it's just-
high-end example of a natural gas or fracking type earthquake.
Could be.
Induced by
still
that
being
kind of thing.
investigated.
Ground
Oh, yeah.
deformation-based earthquake caused by human activity. Like you see in
Awesome.
Oklahoma all the time.
4.6, pretty big for Alberta, but tiny for other places like Vancouver area. That's nothing.
Oh yeah.
If it is what I'm saying, if it's fracking related, that would be at the highest end of what's possible.
Yeah.
Justin Ortle's showing up even. So we got
Wait,
Mike and Justin.
what? There was an earthquake in Alberta today?
It happens.
It happens from time to time.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but from time to time.
What else you
Now-
got there? How?
Oh, what else I got here? Well, as we move through the weather forecast picture here into the weekend, because we are going to see some changeable weather coming our way again as we continue to warm up. So tomorrow will be another coolish day, kind of seasonable day for the 25th of October. And then a good old-fashioned Chinook arrives on Saturday, and we pop back up to 18 degrees. So as I say, I like to call this the weather roller coaster of Alberta. 18 degrees, gusty winds, and then we've got a clipper system, low pressure developing on Sunday. It's going to be a pretty intense little system. So we'll get some strong winds in the south, especially off the boot of the foothills. Could gust once again 90 to 100 kilometers an hour. And across southern Alberta, gusts of 60 to 70. But we should see temperatures get to 21 degrees at least one more time here in the south for the month of October before yet another cold front goes through. This time we'll mostly see showers in our neck of the woods. And hey, I can't even rule out a couple of lightning strikes off the foothills there on Sunday. And then into next week, we cool down at least another 10 degrees on Monday, with daytime highs around 10 with some showers around. And then the cooling trend continues right up into Halloween. So we could be potentially wearing your parkas on Halloween, which sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Now on into some of the weirdest, wildest stories. There's been a few of them, but I'm going to touch base on two of the top ones of this week. So somebody dropped their phone between two boulders at this park here. So instead of just saying, oh, it's all saved in the cloud, I'll just go get a new phone. No, they dived right in between the rocks to try to retrieve their cell phone, and they got themselves stuck.
Did they have to cut their own arm off?
Oh, no.
Was stuck. The
Yeah.
rescue operation took 7 hours.
Yeah, 7 hours. Talk
That's a
about
great
being
waste of
stuck between
resources.
a rock and a hard place.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that was a good one. Okay.
No, it wasn't, Brandon. That was not.
Yeah, you don't even have kids yet. How do you make jokes like that?
How do I make jokes? Oh, she's gonna be okay. The phone, I don't know about that. Anyways, then this story out of Guelph, Ontario, where $2,000 worth of butter got stolen this week. That's right.
That's not enough.
That's
Ew.
not enough. I guess we better
Not enough.
move along now, eh? Right? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
police have named a suspect. Her name is Paula Dean.
Yeah, you got to compete with like the maple syrup heist. You got to go big in this country. You got to go big. The Brandon Houck report. So here's the challenge. Producer Alien, you tonight are going to have the honor of calling out the
Brooks
meteorological.
Bandits are playing this Saturday.
The Brooks Bandits are playing this Saturday. You're going to
Yes.
be the one calling out who gets to go next. But before we do that, Kelly Green, who's watching the live stream right now on the Caribou Weather Dude YouTube with us, he sent in this meteorological report.
You're not going anywhere.
Come on.
Hello, Joey Only and the Comedeorological Report Gang. Shooting this out of Edmonton. It's morning time, about 9:30 on a Tuesday. I'm in the community garden over at Strathern. Things have cooled down a little bit here. You can see everyone's got their community plots put to bed. What we forgot to do is put the bird bath to bed. A little bit unfortunate because they can't get any water, but that gives you an idea that we are below zero here in Edmonton. A little bit chilly, but otherwise fairly pleasant. Looking forward to, I guess, the rest of fall. Okay, guys, keep up the good work in meteorological reporting. Hello to everybody across the country. Peace out.
I'm surprised there's no snow there. I thought Edmonton got a little bit of
I
snow.
think it was all west of and north of that where that occurred. So yeah, everybody out there, thank you really for sending me that, Kelly. And if some more of my friends sent me more of these kind of clips, that would be handy, very handy. Producer Alien, who gets to go next?
I want to hear from Karen. We haven't heard anything from Karen tonight. I want to know what's going on.
Me too.
Okay. Well, it's been rainy, snowy, haily, thunderstorms. It's been like not nice. I tried to go out tonight when I got home from work for a walk with my dog. Yeah, no. It rained, hail. I was going to chase a rainbow because of sunshine too, but yeah, no. I'm stuck inside.
Oh no. To be fair, it looks very comfy where you are. Like, I like your Christmas lights make it look so, like, just warm and inviting and awesome.
Well, because I'm stuck inside a lot. Thanks for the weather forecast, Joey. Seriously.
Yeah, you set a world record for most canning ever done in Prince George.
I think so, right? And baking. Don't forget about the baking.
How could I?
You literally remind us, Manitobans, of what it's like during the winter months, being stuck inside with all the Christmas lights on for months on end. I'm perfectly okay with that. It's very cozy looking there.
I love my Christmas lights. Like, let's be cozy. It's winter. It's Prince George. We're up north. I'm good.
Prince George is home of the Cougars, WHL.
That's the truth.
Yes, Joey. Or yes, Frankie. Yes, they are. My favorite team.
The Cougars are facing against Giants.
Vancouver Giants. I used to work for them. Yeah, so I did the exact opposite of stay inside today. I actually put on hip waders and went underneath a bridge that we just put in at the 3100 road out here in the bush. And then I climbed the ladder that I put in the water. And then I pulled the wooden planking off from underneath the bridge so that, because you put the wooden planking there so that when you fill the crack. With the
And
cement,
that means this Friday, the Cougars are facing against Everett Silvertips.
Everett Silvertips.
We'll be
and
there.
it was snowing all day, so it was nice underneath the bridge.
And Prince George Cougars is playing back-to-back game Friday and Saturday.
And I will be there, Frankie.
Yeah, Karen's husband, Tim, is a huge Cougars fan.
Yeah.
He's known for being very funny. Very funny man. Definitely. Producer Alien, who gets to go next?
I can't tell who's here because I don't have it on panel view.
We got, let's revisit this for everybody who's listening on the radio. Anyways, good thing to do. You're listening to C4 88.7 FM, CKW 95.9, CFBX 22.5, Rogers Television Outlets. We got Frankie McDonald, the world famous Frankie McDonald. We got Karen Richards out there. We got Imogen Alien in, she's actually not in Victoria. We realize she's in Niagara Falls because she's
filming,
bringing hundreds of hot dogs to a TV set tomorrow. And we got Mike McGregor in Manitoba. We got, as well as Justin Ordle. We got Hilding Donaldson up here in Grassy Plains. We got meteorologist Mark. We got meteorologist Mark. We got Brandon Hauk, and we got Hank Vliestra in Wilkie, Saskatchewan.
Excellent. You know what? Without being able to see the whole panel, it's just right now it's just like all I can see is you. So
well, that's the best part.
I shouldn't sound so horrified, but I want to hear from I want to hear from Hilding. Tell me about the cows, Hilding.
Okay, well.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well. Well.
This is finally 33 minutes in, gets his moment.
Yeah, I'll tell you about the cows. They moo. A cow laying down is called ground beef.
Meteorologist Mark, maybe you should bless us then with some Pacific weather talk here.
Yeah, okay. We had quite the atmospheric river event last weekend here in the Lower Mainland. We had rainfall totals ranging from 100 millimeters in the driest part of the metro to over 250 up in Coquitlam in North Vancouver. That was just like it was the storm really overproduced compared to forecasts. And I got a few questions about this, and the real reason behind it is we don't know what's going on offshore very well. We don't have, if a storm's happening in Alberta, well, Brandon Houck there has all the data from British Columbia and all the data from Washington and Oregon that he can work with. Whereas us, there's like 10 buoys offshore, and like we get satellite images, and that's awesome, but that's telling us what's happening at the top of the cloud, not at the bottom. And so it's really hard to forecast on in this part of the country, just in general, because of the lack of data. 3 people unfortunately died. One in Coquitlam when a landslide hit her home, and 2 on Vancouver Island that drove into a flooded, washed out roadway. So just a good reminder that when you come across a flooded road, don't drive through it. You don't know if it's been washed out or not.
That happened
do
at
have another-
the flooded roads damaged curs down in the States.
Yes.
And during the forest fires in St. Annie Winds in California, don't go near the fires.
Yes, that's right. Don't go near the fires unless you have Imogen's hot dogs.
They're getting St. Annie Winds in California.
With cream cheese.
With cream cheese, yes. So Seattle hot dog, since we're going to talk about this, bun, cream cheese, hot dog, jalapenos, sauteed onions. And they're awesome. Okay, this weekend we have a big storm coming into BC again. It's not going to bring the amount of rain that we saw last weekend. The main story here is going to be wind in Lower Mainland, Vancouver Island, and on the central and northern coast. The wind is actually going to probably be focused in the Puget Sound region in Washington, but I think we'll see isolated values around 100 kilometers an hour along the Strait of Georgia, especially around like Victoria up to like Nanaimo maybe. We'll probably see 80 here in the Lower Mainland, especially near the water. And what I'm really concerned about is all of the water that we got last weekend. Well, there's a lot of places that the ground is still very saturated. So I'm really concerned about trees coming down. Not necessarily in my neighborhood, but I think there's going to be more than normal. This storm is 2 low pressure systems, one coming from the southwest, one coming from the Gulf of Alaska. Joey will probably talk about the Fujiwara effect. We talked about it in the pre-show. But it's like the high end of what is normal for British Columbia fall wind storms. So it's not extreme, but it is on the higher tier of what we normally see in a fall windstorm. So that's kind of it, and I'll probably cut it off there, other than to say that I am going to a Vancouver Giants game on Sunday. I don't know who they're playing, but it's cheaper than seeing the
Vancouver Giants
Canucks.
are playing on Friday and Saturday.
Who are they playing on Sunday?
They're playing against Frankie and a team of sharks.
Vancouver Giants are facing Kamloops on Sunday.
All right, so we'll watch Vancouver beat Kamloops.
I don't know if you'll watch Vancouver beat Kamloops.
Actually, Kamloops was a pretty good team last year, weren't they?
They're a very good team. They went nearly all the way.
They're a very good team. Very good team.
You know who's not a very good team is my hometown
Vancouver
team, the Tri-City Americans.
Vancouver Giants need some trade soon. So that means Vancouver would have to trade players for Kamloops.
I want to go back to your Seattle dogs here, because the one thing that really doesn't sit right with me about that is that the onions are sauteed. With the cream cheese and the sauteed onions, you're going to lose a lot of onion flavor because the cream cheese will just drown it out. Now, if y'all put raw onions in there, finely chopped raw onions, you're going to be doing great because you'll get the onion flavor cuddled up with the cream cheese. The cream cheese will cover it and coat it, and it'll just gently carry it through.
Well, what I do cheaply at home is cream cheese. My grandma makes a jalapeno jelly from her garden, and then I put the French fried onions on it, and that's my cheap and easy. And it's okay.
What is
the wish version?
What is a French fried onion?
I got a message. I got a message from Base Guy. That means Base Guy's fixing up the studio, and some of his fans is waiting patiently for Base Guy show to come back. He turned 50 years old on October 19th. And his gear is not all fixed yet. They're fixing the gear and things like this. He's fixing electronics and things like. He's doing a lot of fixing right now. Base guy.
Yeah, I remember, Frankie, you
right
weren't getting
now.
hit by Debbie. Base guy is. One of my favorite quotes this whole year.
I'm not getting hit by Debbie.
You're not?
Base guy is.
Okay. French fried onions are just crispy like onion bits kind of thing. I get them at the grocery store. Well, I'm going to go to bed.
Topping. So
Yeah.
homegrown jalapenos, you cannot go wrong with homegrown jalapenos. However, right now with the atmospheric river just dousing the hell out of the island, it's going to screw up a lot of the farmland. So a lot of the lower island does have, well, a lot of the island, but like Central Saanich is an area that's just like tons of farmland. Whenever we get hit with all this flooding, it really does a number on the crops. So we definitely have some problems to look forward coming down the pipeline in terms of what we're producing here. Because we do produce a lot of our own food, which is nice, but once those crops get flooded out, then it kind of puts a crimp in things. So we can expect certain crops to rise, like prices to rise up coming in around harvest time when we have a lack. They're all going to be a shortage. So yay! More nightmares to look forward to at the grocery store.
So what you're saying is the island could become expensive to live on.
What a concept.
An already unlivable area somehow gets worse. It gets wetter and soggier. You know, it's time to just change out the sink sponge. You leave that sponge in the sink too long, it gets all rancid smelling, and that's what's happening.
We haven't got our way over to Hank Gleister yet, and we got also Mike and Justin there together. So why don't we just keep heading there east, and we'll go stop at Wilkie, Saskatchewan on our way eastward there. And tell us, Hank, there's I think a solar flare or something's happening, eh?
Yeah, I went to go vote today. But on the hot dog, I want to try some of those hot dogs with the cream cheese. Now that I've heard of one, I just don't want to have 7 of them. No, thank you. I'll have maybe 2 or 3 at the most.
See, that is an acceptable entry level beginner. That's respectable. A respectable 3 hot dogs to start. Toe in the water, dog in the face. You're focused, you're determined, you're having the full experience.
That's Brandon at an eating contest.
Yeah. So my wife had the car.
One, he's like, oh, I put a good fight in.
My wife had the car. I had to walk to go vote. And walking to go vote, the wind was like blowing so hard that it felt like there was some sorcerer out there who was trying to prevent me from getting to the polling station, as if I was going to, she wanted the evil empire to win the vote or something, and I was there to try to,
So it was like a straight on win as opposed to one that blows to the left or to the right.
Blowing right in my face, Joey. Yeah, it was nasty.
It's just a.
But I made it.
Vote for nobody kind of win.
Yeah, we haven't had a single snowflake fly here in Wilkie yet. It was all south of us, believe it or not.
So are you going to be chasing these northern lights coming up? I know Justin's going to want to talk about this a lot, so we don't want to steal his thunder, but you also photographed northern lights, and I think something's happening, Hank.
Yeah, it's solar maximum there. You keep coming back over and over again. And we've had this year, it's been absolutely mind-blowing. The amount of colorful northern lights we've had is just off the charts. And there could be more coming. I don't know for sure when, but they're definitely in the next few days going to be something.
Justin Ortle, Runnis Weather Center, Manitoba, you and Mike. Massive solar flare increases the visibility for another night of northern lights coming up. What do you got on that?
Yes, hello everyone. Thanks for having me again. Thanks for touching on that, Hank. We do have definitely quite a few pretty active sunspot regions rotating back into Earth view here. And they are regions 3873, 3872, 3871, and 3869. And yesterday evening, late evening, we actually had a solar flare from both region 3872 and 3869. That was an X
3869.
Yes, was an X 3.3 class flare. And unfortunately, most of the plasma is going to be ejected away from Earth. but it is coming wide enough that we could get a glancing blow. And so there's a G1 geomagnetic storm watch in effect for this upcoming Saturday. That would be October the 26th. So definitely could be some northern lights that night if everything comes together. If not, those sunspot regions are just continuing to rotate into a better Earth strike zone. So over the next 7 to 10 days, we'll have to watch for further flare activity from the sun.
Pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, pretty much. They look pretty awesome. Could be a repeat of back in 2003. We had quite an active Halloween period there of northern lights back in 2003. Could be a repeat of that. In terms of the weather story, Brandon keeps sending those clippers to Brandon, Manitoba.
Nice one, Justin.
Yes, and so we had that clipper move through on Monday, October 21st, and we had some temperature records broken. In my city of Brandon, Manitoba, we had a temperature record dating back to 127 years ago. Back to 1897 was shattered. The new record was 24.9, and the old record in 1897 was 22.8. And we've been
mention a couple, Justin?
We've been keeping records since 1890. I'll just say that one. I'll let you mention the rest,
okay.
But I'll just going to finish here. And anyway, it looks like this upcoming Monday, we have kind of a repeat pattern with another Alberta clipper moving through. It's going to raise the temperatures back up. I don't know if we'll beat records this upcoming Monday, but it looks to be close.
That means Chinook quince.
Definitely. Yes, Frankie. And then we have some snow on the north end of that, some cold air funneling through, and that clipper is going to lift north, and it's going to impact Lynn Lake up towards Churchill, Manitoba. Going to bring 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. So southern Manitoba will be warm, northern Manitoba will be cold with snow. And yeah, that's what I have for you. I'll let Mike say the rest.
That's our Joe Stovers at Churchill.
I was just going to say, Joe Stover's probably stoked, man. It's going to snow, Joe.
To be on the show today, it might make our show a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, that's why our show is not interesting, because Joe's not here.
Should call him up next week.
Stover's getting 5 centimeters of snow Monday.
So, yeah, it's been one of those more interesting fall years about Emogen's hot dogs. If there is something called cheesecake hot dogs, I would easily eat a cheesecake hot dog. With cheesecake on them, I'd probably go I'd eat 20 of them. An entire box of Nutri-Grain, 4 boxes of Nutri-Grain bars last week. So anything is really possible. I think that maybe someone's already created a recipe for cheesecake hot dogs somewhere. Anyways, the temperature records that were set, Deerwood, new record of 25.7, old record of 23.9 set in 1963. Melita 25.6. The old record was 23.5, set in 1986. And Pilot Mound as well as Steinbach, both records are set in 1986. 22.4, 23.6 in Steinbach, old record of 22 in 1986. And it did rain the other day in Winnipeg. It was actually kind of interesting because we hadn't had rain for about 3.5 weeks before that. And our temperatures dropped. Like tonight, our furnace is running. And then I kind of see that the next couple nights is going to be cold, but I'm really looking forward to this warmth Justin had mentioned. It is going up to, I think, 20 or 21 degrees. Old record Winnipeg on that date old record of 17 degrees in 1950. So if we can break that record and get up to 20 degrees on Monday, we might be able to smash the one from 1950. Unusually full warmth, but I'll take it. If we get snow in November, this is probably one of the best Octobers that I've personally been through. And Justin mentioned something about the solar storms. Last couple of weeks, I was able to see Northern Lights in Winnipeg. I didn't get a picture of it, but some people said that was bright enough that they could see it with the city lights. Normally, you don't get to see solar storms with within a city with we got white lights here. So when street lights are on at night, it's all white. So
It is -2 Celsius in Wells, BC at 7:49 p.m. on Thursday. I always forget to say this, and the radio listeners must get freaked out, that today is the 24th of October, because you're probably listening to the show and maybe you're listening to the rebroadcast next Tuesday and you're like, oh my
And they're like
God!
thinking, why is it's Monday today? This guy's mentioning Monday and like, I'm trying to add into the show to make it fun.
Okay, Frankie. Guess
I'm
what?
ready for the videos.
I'm ready for your videos, Frankie.
Yes.
And you got a couple good ones this week, including
Any
Facts
hot
About
dog
Halloween
videos?
2024, which is always my favorite, the Facts About Halloween every year, Frankie.
Yeah.
I love when Dracula shows up as well. And I think Dracula's showing up.
Don't drive a car to the flood. Avoid the flood when you drive a car. Don't drive a car to the puddles either. This is Frankie McDowell, my own team station live in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Heavy rain is headed towards Vancouver Island on Saturday, October the 26th, 2024. It's going to bring up to 30 plus millimeters of rain in some locations in Vancouver Island. It's going to bring really strong winds in the west coast of Vancouver Island, including Tofino, British Columbia. It's going to bring big waves crashing on beaches, shores, and heavy rain and strong winds going to hit Victoria, British Columbia, Port Renfrew, British Columbia, Sauk, British Columbia, including Sanders, British Columbia, Duncan, British Columbia, Ladysmith, British Columbia, Nanaimo, British Columbia, Rexville, British Columbia, Kurgan Beach, British Columbia, Port Alberni, British Columbia, Courtney, British Columbia, Cormax, British Columbia, Campbell River, Port McNeil, Port Hardy, British Columbia. It's going to bring a lot of rain. Winds are going to be really strong. Sense of low pressure systems headed towards near Vancouver Island on Saturday, October 26, 2024. It's going to bring a lot of rain. Winds are going to be really strong in Vancouver Island as well. People, Vancouver Island, be prepared. Have your rubber boots ready, raincoats ready, raincoats ready. When you go outside, wear your rain gear, wear your rubber boots ready, raincoats, keep it dry. On the west coast of Vancouver Island, umbrella will be damaged from very strong winds as well. Stay away from the beaches and don't go near shores of Vancouver Island. Don't walk through the puddles. Avoid the puddles when you go for a walk or you drive a car. Don't drive a car through the puddles either for people in Vancouver Island, including Victoria, British Columbia, Nanaimo, and Port Hardy, and Campbell River, and Port McNeil, Courtney, Comox, and all those places as well, including Duncan, British Columbia. If you have anybody live in Vancouver Island, be prepared for heavy rain on Saturday, October 26, 2024. Take care, stay safe. Don't get caught in heavy rain. Stay dry and be safe. Don't drive a car to the puddles. Avoid the puddles when driving the car. Stay away from the flooded areas.
Vampire saying Bitcoin.
Here's the facts about the Halloween night in 2024.
Yes.
A lot of kids will be going trick-or-treating on Thursday, October 31st, 2024. It's going to be a great Halloween, and then people will be dressing up, and kids will be dressing up as Draculas, vampires, Frankensteins, ghosts, goblins, and superhero costumes, and they can dress up as professional hockey players, baseball players, football players, basketball players, and they can dress up as superhero costumes and things like this, and ghosts and goblins and Frankensteins and vampires, Draculas and things like this on the Halloween 2024 all across Canada and the United States and United Kingdom and Europe, even down South America and Australia and Africa and New Zealand and Asia. It's going to be a great Halloween. The first thing you got to watch out is be extremely careful of bad kids, because bad kids could be smashing pumpkins on Halloween night. A lot of bad kids will be smashing pumpkins that night, including Toronto, Ontario, Vancouver, British Columbia, Calgary, Alberta, Edmonton, Alberta, and Winnipeg, Manitoba, Regina, and Saskatoon, and Prince Albert, and Moose Jaw, and Swift Current. It's going to be a great Halloween. Don't go roaming in the streets and things like this. There could be a lot of bad kids on Halloween night in 2024. It's going to bring trick-or-treaters and things like this. A lot of young kids will be going trick-or-treating that night. When you go trick-or-treating, be mighty careful on Halloween night 2024. It's going to be a great Halloween all across North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania. They'll be getting a lot of treats like soda, chips, bars, things like this, and candy and things like this. The kids will be getting a lot of candy in Halloween 2024. They'll be dressing up as Halloween costumes. They'll be going to Halloween parties and things like this. They'll be going to Halloween parties and things like this. And during the Halloween night, be mighty, extremely careful when you go for a walk. Be extreme careful. Don't go near bad kids. Stay away from bad kids on Halloween night. It could be smashing pumpkins and things like this. It could be doing bad things in Halloween night, like smashing pumpkins and things like this on the Halloween 2024 on Thursday, October 31st, 2024. It's going to bring great Halloween. There'll be trick-or-treating and things like this. It's going to be really great Halloween for kids to go trick-or-treating and things like this. And it's going to be mighty careful when you go trick-or-treating on Halloween 2024. Be extreme careful out there. To all across North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, all over the world in Halloween 2024. Be mighty careful when the kids go trick-or-treating, things like this. It could be bad kids smashing pumpkins and things like this. It's gonna be mighty careful when you go trick-or-treating that night.
Them teenagers and trolls.
During the Halloween night in 2024. Be mighty careful when you go trick-or-treating in Halloween 2024. Be extremely safe when you go trick-or-treating. All across Canada, the United States, and the world, including Europe and England, and Asia, Africa, Oceania, and South America, even Australia and New Zealand, and Chile and Argentina, and all these countries and Falkland Islands as well. Be mighty careful on Halloween on October 31st, 2024. Take care, stay safe, and be safe.
Hey, here we go. 100 hot dogs.
Okay, guys, we're going to do a guy tries to eat 100 hamburgers at once.
Hamburgers.
Here's the barbecue.
Frankie's mixing up the barbecue sauce. The guy is
frying the bacon.
He's frying the bacon now.
Toasting the buns.
He's toasting the buns.
Putting barbecue sauce on it.
Now goes the barbecue sauce. That comes next.
And real cheese.
And real cheese this time. He's cooking it up there real good.
Putting all the onions on it and tomatoes and things like this.
Even mayonnaise. I like mayonnaise on my burgers.
Barbecue and hamburgers as of right now. Hamburgers are ready. Guys, I want you to eat 100 hamburgers at once. Eat them all right now. Eat those hamburgers right now.
There he goes. Do you count them as you eat, Frankie? How do you know if you got to 100 or not? I bet you he does. There he's eating a hamburger. There's another one. Another one. It's every time you hear that sound, that's him eating a hamburger. For you radio listeners, that's what the sound of a hamburger being eaten in Sydney, Nova Scotia sounds like. Very different kind of sound there. That's he's up to 25, I think. I lost count already. Still going. People are walking by on the sidewalk and wondering what's up. Holy cow. I'd fall down by now. He's slowing down, everybody. It's getting hard. Really struggling now. The fire department's coming even to check on him. Oh no, don't die. Die? Oh, the guy's falling down now.
I just fell down. 10 more hamburgers!
Don't go falling down, guy. Oh, it's really struggling. I feel bad for him. He's suffering. You're watching a man deeply suffering now. He can bear. Oh, he's falling back down.
I can't take it anymore. Don't go falling down!
Yeah, you got 5 to go, buddy.
Eat 5 more hamburgers. I just barely finished it. Off again! Thanks for watching. I'm Frank now.
Eating any of those quarter pounder burgers right now, they're causing E. coli at McDonald's.
That means that I don't eat burgers from McDonald's. I eat crispy chicken at McDonald's.
Yeah. What about you eat them at Dooley's Pub? You get your hamburgers there?
I get hamburgers somewhere else.
Somewhere else there at the
Frankie,
Chinese
I
pizza
just
place.
gotta say, I got my Halloween goodies. I was ready in your video. I got my smashing pumpkins. I got my candy.
The candy is all blurred out, Justin.
I know my camera, it's not working, but you can see it. There it is.
Yeah, you got to be careful of all them teenagers and trolls, eh, Frankie?
Young teenagers and trolls, they don't know any better. There's a lot of trolls and haters out there and clowns trying to, they make each other, like, especially those teenagers and things like this.
They don't know any better. I feel bad for them. Poor guys. They don't actually know any better.
I wonder if anybody on this panel have had their place toilet papered during Halloween.
No, people wouldn't do that to me because they fear me here.
I'm just saying that's probably happened to a few people.
Well, I tell you, Frankie, I was the bad kid smashing pumpkins. In fact, it's hilarious. In fact, we tried to jump over them with our skateboards.
See, that's the way you smash them. Is your truck's hit it and you bail. You're doing something awesome, and it gets more awesome when you do a face plant over a pumpkin.
Totally.
Pumpkins fighting back.
Pumpkins fighting. Yeah, so that's that's what we did in the 90s. We just skateboarded. It's like, well, there's nothing to do. There was no people weren't on the internet and stuff like that, really. And people didn't have gadgets. We actually went outside and did stuff at night. And a lot of it was illegal, I guess, but maybe some of it was less illegal.
Maybe some.
But we were having fun. We were being teenagers and trolls, just like Frankie warned you about. How do people find you on the social media, Frankie?
If you want to find me on social media, my blue sky's at Frankie MacD. My link tree's at Frankie McDonald. My ex formerly known as Twitter is at Frankie MacD. My Facebook is Frankie McDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD984. My TikTok is FrankDonald984. My Clapper is FrankDonald984. My Twitch is FrankDonald984. My Snapchat is Frankie MECD1. My YouTube channel is Stocks Rules. And my LinkedIn is Frankie McDonald. Best luck to you. I'm Frankie Donald. You're listening to Comedeorology Weather Report every Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic.
Yeah, that's right. I'm your host, Joey Only, up here in Wells, British Columbia, in our esteemed panel with Hank Vliestra and some other people. It was a great show, everybody.
It's a great show.
Question about next week's show. Can we dress up for Halloween?
I got vampire fangs for next week's Joey Only show. Woo!
Yeah, it's going to be Vampire Fangs time.
Cannot wait to see that, Frankie.
Bitcoin! Frankie!
I'm going to dress up as Donald Trump next week. I'm going to have my hair blonde and I'll have a nice tie on.
That's even more disgusting than your cheesecake hot dog idea.
I'm just kidding. I'll dress up probably as something down. I'll surprise you guys.
Dress up as a
Brandon, I want to see you dressing up as the chef with your smoking good barbecue.
Smoking good. Oh, I got some stuff in the trunket over here. You never know. I might change it 5 times.
Yeah.
I wish I'd eaten a lot of food before we talked about food all episode. That was my habit on Thursday.
You're just gonna binge on hot dogs.
I think I'd actually have a couple hot dogs in the fridge. I'm a kid, but I was the stepson of a butcher. Mom eventually married Tom. I was, I was adolescent or something like that, and he was a butcher. And I'd be like, "Can we get hot dogs?" And Tom would be like, "No, that's Lipson."
I was enjoying my bacon during the show. Sorry if I made you hungry.
I guess I'm gonna go to my friend's house because they have hot dogs there.
Not all hot dogs are made of floor scrapings. Just gonna throw that out there. I worked in a
some of
butcher
it comes
shop
off the walls and ceilings too.
Much like
I worked in a butcher shop. I worked in a butcher shop for a while, and we made hot dogs. And to get that texture, you just double grind it, so it comes out in that that uniquely hot doggy in texture. And it was not floor scrapings or ceiling drippings or whatever. None of that. It was actually really good.
Well, you know what I did? Because I had a couple donations come in, and people were like, I want to support Joey. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to actually
That means they definitely got to watch out for teenagers, clowns, and trolls in Halloween.
teenagers, clowns, and trolls. I went to the
Because-
Caribou Butcher, the Germans, and I got a
That's
box
the show.
of meat. That's the show, everybody.
Someone needs
That's
to
all
get
I want for
carpet
Halloween is
sausage,
more
too.
meat. Bye now.